Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to talk about the NFC side of the house for fantasy football quarterbacks tonight. Once again, just excited. Football season's finally here. And I know a lot of people are getting into the fantasy football drafts and so forth. One thing to remember when you're doing your draft, especially if you're new to it, if you're setting it up, especially your own league, set it up for your league to be a little bit later, your draft to be a little bit later if you're doing an actual live draft, whether it's online or in person. Reason why you want to do that is exactly what's happening out there right now. Dennis Pitta, tight end for the Ravens, he's starting to get drafted. Guess what? He's not in right now. He's out. Percy Harvin, certain to get drafted. Guess what? He's injured. Who else we got out there? Jeremy Maclin, certain to get out there and really be a big player, and injured as well. You wanna have your draft really after week 3 of the preseason if you can help it. The closer to the first game of the draft, the better. If it's an offline draft, you want to give yourself a couple of days to put all the information into your league site, if you will. Okay, so let's talk here a little bit about the NFC. The NFC has a lot better potential, in my opinion, when it comes to players, as far as quarterbacks go and their production. And again, I'm kind of just covering when to take them, when to go after them, and when to avoid them. So NFC, I'm really going to start in probably the NFC's got a lot of great teams, a lot of great divisions. So we're just going to start with the Cowboys. Romo just got that really big contract, and he's been saying that he feels this is the most talented team he's been with. Okay, great. You still have Dez Bryant, who ended last year absolutely outstanding. I love Dez. You got a healthy Jason Witten. Miles Austin, I'm not sold on. I won't be sold on until he does something like he did his first year before he got his money. Right now he's one of those names. It's like if somebody comes out and tries to draft Gronk in the second round. I'm not doing that. I'm not taking Gronk till after the 6th round because of all of his injuries, his issues, and the fact that honestly, defenses may be trying to double team him because the Patriots have no one else. But anyway, back to Romo. I think he can have an even better year than he had last year. Statistically, he's always a solid fantasy quarterback, but they gotta have a little bit of help. Couple receivers step up. That's Tony Romo is the enigma right now for me when it comes to quarterbacks. Is he going to do good? Is he going to live up to that contract and the hype of Jerry Jones? We don't know. Let's talk about the New York Giants. Eli Manning. I think, if you think about the last 3 out of 4 years, they have not made the playoffs. They are focused this year. Victor Cruz just got his contract. Hakeem Nicks playing for his contract. This is a team, and they got David Wilson who can catch the ball out of the backfield and fly. So when I see that, I get excited because I'm like, hey, Eli's got some targets. They got to be hungry. So those two things combined, I think Eli can have a really good season. Hopefully he doesn't throw any lame ducks, but it's Eli. He's going to. Those things that just flop all over the air. Gets a little scary. Eagles, Nick Foles, Michael Vick, Chip Kelly's offense. Macklin's already down. Deshaun Jackson has not said anything, which is kind of scary. I'm waiting for him to implode personally. They got LaShawn. They got Shady McCoy, catch that ball out of the backfield as well. But the problem is, who's going to start? Who's going to stay starting for the team? These are things that you really have to look at. You have to wonder, and just all in all, are you willing to take this individual? Me, I'm not willing to. I'll take Vic at the end. If he's available at the end of my fantasy drafts, I'll pick him up because he's a dual threat. He's not a pistol guy per se, even though he technically is. I think with Chip Kelly's offense, he will be a pistol guy, but he's been in the league long enough that he can make the throws, he can make the runs. He's going to he'll be fine. Let's talk RG3 and the Redskins. I'm staying away from RG3 this year. 2 surgeries on his knee. Going back to Baylor. Don't get me wrong. That's going back to Baylor. And that division we just covered. I mean, you look at New York, Jason Pierre-Paul. You look at Dallas, DeMarcus Ware. You look at Philly, Colin Jenkins. Someone's going to get a hit on RG3. Is he going to bounce back up? That's the thing I'm scared of. All these defenses are going to colleges to learn how to stop the pistol, and it's going to happen. So after that happens, can RG3 make himself be a pocket passer? I don't think he can. I think he's going to go to his instincts. He's going to tuck and run and try to make plays and extend plays. Look at Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah, he's had a good career, but it's not good for his health. And when Ben came in, he was a lot healthier than RG3. So you got to think about that. Again, he's off my board. Let's talk about the Bears. Jay Cutler. A lot of people don't like him, everything else. Guess what? It's his contract year. Mark Trestman's a supposed offensive genius coming down from the CFL to head coach finally. He's been coaching since 83-84 with the Hurricanes. He was actually Bernie Kosar's coach at the University of Miami, so at the U. So he's been around football forever. You look at Cutler, he's got plenty of options out there for receiver. He's got a good running back combo. He's got a good tight end. So Cutler's one of those guys that I'm slowly he's crawling up my draft boards. Will he be a top 25 pick? No. Overall, no. But he could be 4th round, 5th round material, honestly. Let's talk about Matthew Stafford. Got his big contract. Even bigger bonus, got Reggie Bush in the backfield. They're excited about that. There's something about Detroit that tells me stay away from Matthew Stafford. I'm afraid he's going to get injured again. I don't know what it is, but everything's telling me something's going to happen with Detroit. I'm not sold on Detroit until they can show and prove that they are disciplined. That's a big thing. They haven't been able to prove that yet, but he's still going to have a great season because he's got Calvin Johnson. His touchdowns dropped ridiculously from 2011 to 2012. He's got to get those touchdowns back up for me to be interested in him. Still, he's a late round draft pick for me, though. Let's talk about Aaron Rodgers. If there's a quarterback out there, needs to be taken top 5 in your draft, that's the one, Aaron Rodgers. Although I do have an issue with Aaron Rodgers right now, which makes him actually bump down to maybe number 2 on my draft board, maybe stay at number 1. But he lost Greg Jennings to Minnesota, Donald dropped to retirement. James Jones catches touchdowns like crazy. Randall Cobb looks like he can be a big play. Percy Harvin all the time. And then you have Jordy Nelson, who is a great player, but he's got injury issues. And you put those together, how are these three gonna do? Jermichael Finley's still the tight end, but he's still an injury waiting to happen every time he gets hit. So it doesn't matter. Rodgers is gonna throw you a ball if you're open, but can these guys catch it consistently as the new 1, 2, 3? That's my concern with this team. Vikings, Christian Ponder, and just to clarify, yes, I would take Aaron Rodgers 1st round, 2nd round, no problem. Christian Ponder, you're off my radar, dude. Sorry. When I look at you, they brought in Matt Castle to back you up. Yes, that's to hopefully teach you and help you out, but guess what? If you screw up, they're going to pull you off. Put Matt Castle in there. He's a proven winner. He knows how to play games, and they've given you everything you can ask for to succeed in this league, bringing in Greg Jennings. Yeah, they had to lose Percy Harvin, but still, you got Greg Jennings, Cordelius Patterson was who you drafted. That's another wide receiver. You got Kyle Rudolph as your tight end, and a lot of people have mixed reviews on Rudolph. I like him. I don't think he's inconsistent. I think it's his quarterback right now. So hopefully Christian Ponder can prove to me that yes, he's going to be the guy in Minnesota for years to come. But as far as I'm concerned, you're not the guy to be even holding down the bench on my team. Atlanta Falcons, you got your boy Matty Ice. Got him that contract just like last week, I believe. Gonzo's back. Julio, Roddy White, Steven Jackson catching passes out of the backfield and being your goal line, just plowing through people back that you need. I love what Atlanta did. I think Atlanta can go to the Super Bowl this year. Defense looks good. Everything about this team looks good. Matty Ice, you're a top 4, top 5 well, 4th round, 5th round draft pick, not top 4, top 5, but your 4th round, 5th round, maybe 6th round draft pick. If he's there in the 6th, grab him, get him. You'll be thankful. Let's talk about Cam Newton. Cam Newton, you're off my list. Don't come to my team. Something's got to change. You're going there at post game issues last year. Oh, something's got to change. Blah blah blah. It's never Cam Newton's fault. It's always the coach's fault. It's always the receiver's fault. It's all these other individuals' faults. Guess what, Cam? You got found out. People didn't know how to how to play you when you first came into the league. Well, here we are. If you look at the last season, the last part of his first season, the last 3 or 4 games, people figured it out. Last year, people had already figured it out. They broke the mold. This year, it's not going to get any better. Stay away from Cam. Let's talk about Drew Brees. If there's any one person that you're going to argue is right there with Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion, it's Drew Brees right now. And the reason why I say that, 2 years in a row, 5,000 yards. He's kept consistent with his quarterbacks, or his receivers. Running backs, they lost Chris Ivory to the Jets, but they still got Sproulsy, they still got Pierre Thomas, they still got Ingram. They've got Jeremy Graham as the tight end. They brought in Watson to play the other side tight end. This is a team that, it's again, Drew's going to be throwing the ball all over the field. He's just like Rodgers. If you're open, he'll get the ball to you. So that's kind of exciting. Round 1, round 2, yeah, take them. Those only 2 I would say take a quarterback. Those 2 individuals in the first 2 rounds. Peyton Manning would be 3, but that's AFC North. We've already covered that. I'm staying out of that. Let's talk about Josh Freeman, Tampa Bay Bucks. It's his contract year. Big year for him. Mike Williams got re-signed. Of course, Benson Jackson's down there. Doug Martin, the kid just runs wild on everybody, catches the ball out of the backfield great. Freeman, this is your job to lose. He's in a Flacco situation. If he produces, he's going to get paid, and he's going to get paid well. If he doesn't, well, nice knowing you. You'll probably be a backup the rest of your life if you can stay in the league. Arizona, you brought in Carson Palmer. I'm not sold on Palmer, but Palmer is a good late-round pickup, as he's got Fitzgerald and he's got Michael Floyd to throw to. They're talking about Patrick Peterson playing some wideout positions as well, as kicking, returning punts, and playing cornerback, safety, all the other things that he does. So I think those alone can help you. Sam Bradford, the Rams, they went out and got you an offense out of West Virginia in the looks of Tavon Austin and Stedman Bailey. They're rookies, though, people. Keep it in check, keep it in reality, and know that these guys are going to have growing pains, growing bumps, and it's going to take a little bit for them to get in sync. Yeah, they're going to break plays. They're going to have those high moments. Bradford, again, it's one of those situations where if I'm taking you, it's round 16 or 17. It's the last round, and I need a quarterback, and I got Drew Brees as my number 1. That's when I'm taking you. Kaepernick. The only thing I'm scared about with Kaepernick, only seen him for 7 or 8 games last year. Yeah, he looked good. He looked real good. But the pistol's going to get figured out, folks. The pistol's going to get figured out, and when it does, can he, I think he can make the throws. I think he's one of the guys who can train himself not to run, and I think he'll do fine with it. He's a safe mid-round pick, mid to early, not the top 4 rounds, not the top 4. People are going to go crazy because of what he did last year, but not the top 4. Don't do it. Finally, let's talk about the Seahawks. Russell Wilson. They went out and got you some toys, and Percy Harvin. Those toys have been broken, and now Sidney Rice is in Switzerland trying to get his stuff fixed. So I'm worried about Russell Wilson. He is the one I know can make the plays. I don't think he can. I know he can make the plays. So he's a definite 6th to 9th round guy for you. Hope this helps you with your fantasy stuff. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, all that fun stuff, hit me up in the comment box. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like, and that's about it for tonight. You guys have a great day.